Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ketemu lagi di channel sedulur pakdhe. Terima kasih yang sudah berkenan untuk mengikuti video-video channel sedulur pakdhe. Di video kali ini, pakdhe akan memberikan sedikit motivasi, berbagi semangat, terutama bagi sedulur-sedulur yang ingin belajar bahasa Inggris. Bahasa Inggris adalah bahasa asing buat kita, jadi satu hal yang perlu kita pahami bahwasanya adalah wajar jika kita berbuat kesalahan ketika kita berbicara menggunakan bahasa Inggris. Jadi tidak usah ragu-ragu, tidak usah takut-takut. Semoga video ini bisa memotivasi karena di video ini pakdhe akan menghadirkan salah satu rekan pakdhe. Kami akan berbincang-bincang dengan menggunakan bahasa Inggris. Jadi saya sendiri orang Indonesia, temannya pakdhe ini juga orang Indonesia, tapi kami memiliki semangat yang sama untuk bisa berbicara dengan menggunakan bahasa Inggris sehingga kita bisa selalu mengikuti perkembangan zaman dan tentunya itu adalah salah satu bentuk dari upgrade diri kita masing-masing. Seperti apa percakapannya? Sekali lagi ikuti terus video-video di channel Sedulur pakdhe. Bagi yang belum subscribe, saya persilakan untuk subscribe karena subscribe itu gratis. Dan bagi sedulur-sedulur yang sudah subscribe, terima kasih banyak. Semoga bermanfaat untuk kita semuanya.
Hello, Mr. Trey. Yeah,
Halo, good evening sir. How are you doing?
good evening. I am very well, thank you. Sorry for the technical issues. Yeah, it happened again. Last time it was the same problem. I had to update my Instagram, and yeah, I should have learned from this experience. Thank you for your patience.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Anytime. That you are an online teacher at Balai Bahasa Indonesia Perth
yeah.
and Guru Indonesia. And then the next is you are a founder and also director of Sumba Cendikia. And guys, this is my guest star, also deputy head of Indonesian English Course Teachers Association or IECTA in Bali. And then also he's a former president of PPI Bristol. And this is you are vice president membership or VPM of trainers and coaches advanced Toastmasters Club. You are the LPDP Scholarship Awardee, batch 123. For you to introduce yourself, sir.
Thank you very much for that
Yeah.
wonderful introduction, Mr. Tree. Yeah, with
Yeah,
all the
you're welcome, sir.
positions that I'm having at the moment. So everyone, if you're watching this video, I'd just like
Yeah.
to introduce myself. I am Andre Maure. I'm originally from East Nusa Tenggara. I was born in Sumba, in West
All right.
Sumba, in a small town called Waikabuba. And
Mhm.
I spent my childhood here. I grew up here. I studied from kindergarten up to senior high schools here in my hometown. Then
Mhm.
I went to Malang and I
All
studied at Ciptawacana Christian University
right.
back in 2000 to 2004. And then
Okay.
I started my career as a teacher that's at Wellness Education Center, Malang, and that's how I met my interviewer,
Yes.
the host
Yes,
of today's
definitely correct.
IG Live, Mr. Tree. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really nice. I had really good memories of working there, starting
Yeah.
my new career, and yeah, Mr.
Mhm.
Tree was one of the coolest teachers there, and it was an honor for me to collaborate with you at the time, sir. And
Yeah.
then from there, I got um, the opportunity to move to Bali because Wellness Education
Mhm.
Center has a branch in
Mhm.
Bali, also in
Yeah.
Madiun. I was offered
Mhm.
either Madiun and Bali, but because Bali is
Mhm.
closer to my hometown, and
Yeah.
then I chose Bali.
Bali.
So I ended up working at Wellness Bali starting from June 2006
Mhm.
up to February 2008, so almost
All
two
right.
years. Then
Mhm.
yeah, I once worked at travel agent, but it seems like the teaching is my calling. So I ended up
Correct.
working
Yeah.
at the computer schools called
Mm-hmm.
LPBA or Lembaga Pendidikan Bali Asia in Denpasar, which is also part of
Mm-hmm.
Stikom Bali, now ITB
Mm-hmm.
Bali. And then I worked there for 5 years. Then in March, before March 2013, I
Mm-hmm.
moved to IALF Bali, Indonesia
Okay.
Australia
Mm-hmm.
Language Foundation until
Mm-hmm.
2018. And then
Mm-hmm.
I got the scholarship
All right.
to continue my studies at Bristol from
Mm-hmm. England.
2018 in England, yes, in the UK,
Mm-hmm.
September 2018 up
Mm-hmm.
to September 2019. But I got
2019.
1.5 years visa until March
Mm-hmm.
last year. That's how um,
Mm-hmm.
I got the opportunity to leave and study in the UK. Then I came back
Mm-hmm.
to Indonesia last year.
Just
Yeah,
the point for today why I do this kind of conversation between you and
yeah,
me. I just want to convince to all the people here that actually I'm Indonesian, I mean, and also Mr. Andre is also Indonesian. But just
yeah,
because we love English, we want to share to everybody here that actually English is not difficult. English is
yeah,
fun. So that's why we need to encourage all the people here, Mr. Andre.
yeah,
So that's why I
yeah.
need to discuss your educational background. What motivates you, sir, that you really, really love English?
What really motivated me was that I loved watching
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Hollywood movies, and I was
Mm-hmm.
exposed to like American culture. And while watching those movies and films, I like Western movies like cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I then dreamed that one day I'd love to go to America, and the only way to go
Okay,
there is just by studying English. And
correct.
that's
Yeah.
how I
Mm-hmm.
ended up
Mm-hmm.
taking language
Mm-hmm.
in high school, and then I
Mm-hmm.
also studied English literature back when I
Mm-hmm.
was in uni, yeah, in Malang.
Yeah, some people perhaps they like or they love English just because of the influencing of the family. How about you yourself, sir? It comes from yourself, or maybe your family influence you to be able to speak English.
It's funny because my mom is
Mm-hmm.
actually a person that's always afraid to meet foreigners or
Oh,
white
really?
people, or yeah, yeah, yeah. She's always
Okay.
terrified to every time
Uh,
she sees bule. Yeah, she's so scared
uh,
about that because she grew up. I mean, like, yeah, maybe like parents usually
mm-hmm.
made them scared because
Okay.
like in the past tourists used to, like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know whether it's a fact or myth. Yeah, used to
Mm-hmm.
say
Mm-hmm.
to them that, yeah, tourists usually catch kids, and that's what made her scared. But it was different to me because
Mm-hmm.
I I just loved English, and I loved
Mm-hmm.
listening to English songs,
I see.
and I loved
Mm-hmm.
singing English songs, and that's how I
Mm-hmm.
started to fall in love with English. And when I
Mm-hmm.
was at uni in Malang, I got the opportunity to join like an English gathering with um, the opportunity to meet some expats who lived and
Mm-hmm.
worked in Malang at the time. So they
Yeah.
normally organize a gathering once in a month,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Okay.
would always join this to get
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to learn and practice my English with them. And that's
Yeah.
how I became even more interested in learning English
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
mastering
Mm-hmm.
English because,
Mm-hmm.
you know, English is just like the theme of our IG life
Mm-hmm.
today is the passport.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, English can be your
Correct.
passport, and
All
passport
right.
is a very important document. It's a
To go
very
abroad.
important item to
Mm-hmm.
go abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Without passport,
Correct.
you cannot
Yeah.
leave
You
Indonesia.
cannot go
So
abroad. Yeah.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, English can make everything a lot easier when you're
Mm-hmm.
in a foreign country. Yeah.
All right. So it means that if I may conclude that you love English since you were still a child, and then not because of your family or just because you really, really love English, and then
Yeah.
you tried to master English from by watching movie, by listening song. So guys, this is we can say a tip from Mr. Andre if you want to improve your English. One of them is that you can watch movie or maybe listen to
English
song,
song.
something like
Yeah.
that, yeah, to improve
Yeah.
your English. You already spent your almost 18 years in Sumba, and then you moved to Malang. And my question is, why did you move Malang, not Jogja, for example, not Jogja or maybe Bandung or somewhere? Why did you
That's,
choose Malang as
yeah.
your destination?
Very good question. The
Yeah,
reason why I became
choose Malang.
motivated
Mm-hmm.
to continue my studies in Malang, that's because
Mm-hmm.
my sister already
Mm-hmm.
went there before, like a couple of years before I went to Malang, and she studied at
I
Stiba
see. Ah, I
in
see. All
Malang, yeah,
right.
near Wadana,
Yes.
and she took English
Yeah.
and Japanese there. So,
Ah, okay.
and besides, Malang is the city of education.
Mr.
Yeah,
Andre, after
yeah,
finishing your university in 2004, and
yeah.
then what kind of job did you have after that, sir? Directly to be
Before,
mhm,
yeah, before I did my teaching job, I
mhm.
actually work at a like a trading company. Yeah, so it's
Oh
a
my God.
finance or forex trading kind of thing. So it's a
All right.
futures company. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Is it somewhere in
I
Malang as
work.
well?
That's right. It's called
Mm.
Agrodana Futures. Agrodana
All right.
Futures. Yeah. So
Okay.
I became pretty much like, yeah, it's like market analyst and also
Mm.
kind of
Mhm.
broker. Yeah, but that was pretty difficult, and yeah, I thought that was really tough. I didn't have any
Mm.
experience doing that job,
Yeah,
so
correct.
when there was an
Mhm. Mhm.
opportunity, like there was a job
Yeah.
vacancy at Wellness, then
Mhm.
I sent my
Mhm.
application, got
Just grab the
prepared, and
opportunity.
grabbed the opportunity, and finally I
Mhm.
ended up.
Mhm. After what's that? Having a job in a what's that? Financial or something?
Yes, Agrodana Futures, yeah,
Mhm.
Agrodana Futures,
Uh,
yeah,
for how long, sir?
in Malang.
Did you work there?
It's only for like 6 months. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
then
6 months.
yeah, yeah, six months.
Mm.
Yeah, I started like in July,
Mm-hmm.
2000, yeah, 2005. Yes,
Okay,
yeah, July.
correct.
Started working at Wellness Education
Mm.
Center in yeah, that was in
2004.
March 2006.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh, I
following
see.
year.
2006.
Yes,
Mm.
that's how we met.
All
Yeah,
right.
only for 3 months until
Are you
the end
sure?
of May. Yes, only 3 months, and then
Oh,
I was sent to Bali,
all right. Okay, okay,
and I
okay. All
started
right.
in Bali on the 1st of June 2006.
Uh, you were as a English instructor in Wales only for 3 months, and then after that you moved to Bali, start from
Yeah,
2006 until 2008.
yes,
Still the same in
that's right.
Wales Education Center, sir.
Wellness, yes, Wellness
Mm,
Education
mhm.
Center. So yeah. Mm.
Okay, so what make you made that kind of decision to move to Bali, not to Madiun or maybe remain in Malang, sir?
Um, I had no choice at the time to
All right.
continue working in Malang. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah,
Mm,
because Wellness
mm,
Bali needed a teacher, and also
mm.
Wellness Madiun needed a teacher,
Yeah.
an English
Mm-hmm.
teacher. Yeah, the reason
Mm-hmm.
why I chose Bali because Bali. Yeah, who didn't want to go to Bali at the
Correct.
time? Like everybody
Correct.
wants.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yes.
So
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
besides, it's much
Definitely.
closer. If I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go back to my hometown, Sumba,
Mm-hmm.
it's much closer. Yeah. And I
Correct.
had no
Yeah.
idea about Madian, so I just said to our big boss, I'd love
Mm-hmm.
to go to Bali. Yeah.
All right. And then it means that you spent your time in Wellness Education Center Bali for about 5 years. Is that right? 2008 until 2013.
Uh, at Webers Bali, only a couple of years.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ah, I
Only a
see.
couple of years. Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
2006, June,
Mm-hmm.
until even less than 2 years, because
All right.
in February the following year, I ended up
Mm-hmm.
working at a travel agent,
All
which was
right.
quite different than my
Correct.
previous occupation or my previous job.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I only worked there for 3.5 months. Then
Okay.
In mid-May 2008, I started
Mm-hmm.
working at another computer school, pretty much like Wellness,
Mm-hmm.
and I was part of
Mm-hmm.
Stickom Bali. I just
Ah,
in,
I
yeah,
see. Yes,
yeah,
the
and I
combine.
worked
Mm-hmm.
there for 5 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
great. And
2008
then,
to
mm-hmm.
2013. Yeah,
All right. And then later on, you move to IALF,
exactly. Yes,
Indonesia Australian
Indonesia.
Language Foundation. Mm.
That's true, sir. Yes,
Mm.
yeah,
All right. Until
yeah,
2018,
yes,
5 years
yeah.
also.
August 2018. Yeah,
All right. Okay.
almost three
And
years
then,
ago. Yeah.
now can you share to all the people here, sir, actually, what should we do to apply for a scholarship?
First, you should have the willingness. Yeah. If you
All
don't
right.
have the
Correct.
willingness, then
Mm.
yeah, yeah, there's no point. Yeah, and then
Mm-hmm.
you will never like so the willingness and like it's like your goal. Yeah, so you should set the goal first. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I want
Mm-hmm.
to go there and I want to continue my studies there. So once
Mm-hmm.
you already set your goal, then it will help you to
Mm-hmm.
prepare everything needed. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
starting from finding the scholarships and then finding the
Mm-hmm.
information about the university that you want to go to continue your studies.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, make sure you're ready with all the requirements. And to
Okay.
continue your
Mm-hmm.
studies overseas, of course, the first thing that you need is to upgrade your English. Make sure you meet the requirements, the English requirements.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, usually they ask you to have like TOEFL certificates or IELTS
Yeah.
certificates with a
Mm-hmm.
certain score,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, you have to prepare for that. Yeah, so once
Yeah.
you do the test, you don't need
Mm-hmm.
to waste your time or waste your money because it's pretty expensive. Yeah, to
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, to get the test, yeah, or to join the
Mm-hmm.
test. Yes, yes,
That the thing that we must have if we wanna apply for a scholarship, the first is of course willingness, and then we have to find as many as about the information, and then
yeah,
our English should fit with the requirements. Now
yeah.
talking about the documents, is it really difficult about the documents that we have to submit for that kind of scholarship?
Well, that's very subjective. Yeah, for some people it can
Okay.
be very difficult, but some people, if
Mm-hmm.
they're well prepared,
Mm-hmm.
it's not an issue for
I see.
them. So the most
All right.
important thing is you read all the
Mm-hmm.
requirements, you follow all
Correct.
the requirements, you go with
Mm-hmm.
whatever they request. You need to prepare
Mm-hmm.
them. Yeah,
Do we have to what's that prepare some money, or they will what's that give the fund for us?
reimburse or
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, for the English test, as
Mm-hmm.
part of the requirements, it's at your own cost, like the
I
IELTS or
see.
the
Mm-hmm.
TOEFL. Before you
Mm-hmm.
apply, that's
All
the
right.
fee that you have to spend on your own. And then, if
Mm-hmm.
you're invited to do the interview in another city or
Mm-hmm.
in another town, then the
Yeah.
travel expenses, accommodation, transport, meals,
Mm-hmm.
anything is at your own cost. Yeah, before
Oh,
you get the scholarship. But once
I
you
see.
got the scholarship,
Mm-hmm.
then everything is covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Oh,
from
great.
the air tickets, return,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, to
Mm-hmm.
the destination country, and also to go back to
Mm-hmm.
Indonesia, and
Even
they
the
even
allowance,
give
yes, sir.
you, yes, yeah, all the allowances, yeah.
Mm. All
So
right.
the moving settlement allowance and also your
Mm.
monthly
Oh.
expenses, accommodation,
Mm.
and tuition fee, which is very important. You don't need to worry
Mm-hmm.
about that. So you only bring yourself, and then everything is
Yeah.
covered. Yeah,
What kind of
yeah.
organization that did you join?
For the professional one, that's
Mm-hmm.
the IECTA, the Indonesian English Course Teachers Association.
I see.
So it all started in November
Mm-hmm.
2011. Yeah,
All
so
right.
almost 10 years ago. I met some lecturers and English course teachers in Bali, and then they
Mm-hmm.
invited me to be part of the organization. And
Okay.
I thought at the time that's really good organizations that
Mm-hmm.
could support my career
Mm-hmm.
as a teacher. So I, yeah, without thinking twice. I
Mm,
said yes to the offer, and then I started to become part, and then actively participated
mhm,
in all the activities or events
yeah.
that
Mhm,
were organized by this organization. And then I learned
mhm,
also about communication, leadership,
mhm,
and collaboration with fellow members, yeah, or the committee in that organization.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. All right. Now I'm going to discuss about Balai
Thank you,
Bahasa
Ellie.
Indonesia
Yes.
PERT. What is that, sir?
Yes.
Balai Bahasa Indonesia PERT.
Balai Bahasa Indonesia PERT is like
Mhm.
a language school that offers
Ah.
Indonesian classes for Australians,
Mhm.
especially those who live in Western Australia and are interested in
Mhm.
learning Bahasa Indonesia.
I
So
see.
I got to know BBIP back in
Mhm.
2014 when I
Mhm.
was the a language assistant, Indonesian language assistant. I was sent by ILF
Mhm.
Bali to go
Mhm.
there and then become the language assistant.
Mhm.
And one of my host family was the president of the WILTA, who
Okay.
actually ran this language course. Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
and
So, and
starting
this school is
May last
online school
year,
or something, sir? Is
they
it an online
used to do
school?
face-to-face classes only. Yeah, but
Ah, I see.
since the pandemic last
All right.
year, then the only way to keep on running the classes is
Mm-hmm.
by doing online because they were also in lockdown.
Mm,
So,
I
and
see.
that's a good opportunity for them to invite teachers from Indonesia. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
was one of the teachers that I invited to be part of their teaching team. There's also a teacher, Indonesian teacher, who works and lives in Melbourne, and
Yeah.
another teacher who lives in
Mm-hmm.
Perth or Western Australia. But
Mm-hmm.
I I am the only one who lives who lives in
Mm-hmm.
Indonesia, Australia.
All right. Okay. So actually, what is the difference then, sir, between Balai Besar Bahasa Indonesia PERT and Guru Indonesia? Is it the same or?
It's different. Guru
Uh,
Indonesia is
mm,
a new like
platform?
that's yeah, it's like a yeah, it's a also a course I would say, but they
Mm-hmm.
focus
Mm-hmm.
on doing private tutoring
Ah, I
in
see. Mm-hmm.
languages and also
Mm-hmm.
school subjects like maths,
I
also
see.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
other languages like Mandarin,
Mm-hmm.
also Korean, yeah, and it's actually based in New York, but they
Oh.
are now expanding to China, including
Mm.
Indonesia, and then in Indonesia they just
Oh.
started operating this year. I
Mm-hmm.
applied for the teaching positions last year back in
Mm-hmm.
November, and now they're still working on trainings,
Mm.
conducting trainings for teachers. So then they're
Yeah.
ready to start teaching their students online,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all
Mm.
online, and they've got
Online.
really good platform with
Mm-hmm.
virtual whiteboard and all the tools
Mm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
that can support students in learning
Mm.
online. Yeah.
Is it like Ruang Guru in Indonesia?
Yes, I would say it's pretty much like
Mm.
Ruang Guru.
Yes,
Yeah.
here. Sumba Cendekia. What is that, sir?
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Um, Sumba Cendekia is an online community that provides access to Sumbanese teenagers and young adults to
Mm.
learn English and
Mm.
also digital literacy.
All right.
So it all started last year in yeah, in June. That's
Mm-hmm.
when we started running our first online English session or online meeting
Mm-hmm.
on Zoom.
Yeah.
And then now, because it's online, then not only Sumbanese can join, but
Mm-hmm.
also
Ah.
uh, friends or people from other parts of Indonesia. They're always
Okay.
welcome to join. So if they're
Mm.
interested in
Mm-hmm.
meeting new
Mm.
friends, learning or
Mm.
practicing their English, then they can join. And uh, Ibu Carrie Edwards is
Mm-hmm.
one of the volunteers in
Instructor.
our
Okay.
online session. So she sometimes joins the sessions if she's not
Mm.
busy, so she can
Yeah.
help and support all the
Mm-hmm.
members in Sumba Cendekia to learn and practice the
Mm-hmm.
English. I've got also a
Mm-hmm.
friend, Mr. Tim Kramer from Western Australia,
Mm.
who
Yeah.
sometimes joins the session and help the participants. And
Mm-hmm.
starting last month, actually, we make the events like more organized, more structured. Like we have MC that will lead the session, and also we've got a game master before our sharing session or group discussions.
Okay.
And the MC and game masters, they are members, not me.
Okay.
So
I
they get
see.
the opportunity to lead the sessions and to learn about, conducting online meetings or leading one of the sessions in that meeting, and that's really cool. So I hope by joining this, they can learn something as well, not only English but also other soft skills. Yeah.
Let's go to IECTA. What is IECTA, sir?
AECTA, yes, yeah.
IECTA.
AECTA, yeah, stands for Indonesia English Course Teachers Association. Yeah, as I said earlier, I started joining these organizations for Bali
Okay.
chapter back in
Okay.
2011 until today. And then starting last month in February, the AECTA Central from Jakarta for all
Okay.
Indonesia, we just formulated our new organization. And in these organizations
Yeah.
for AICTA, the Indonesia chapter, I serve as the regional coordinator, yeah, for
I see.
Bali, East Nusa Tenggara, and also West
Okay.
Nusa Tenggara. Yeah.
I see. All
So
right.
in these organizations, we normally conduct workshops
I see.
for English teachers, not only at English courses, but also school teachers. Yeah, like
Okay.
primary school teachers or high school teachers, even lecturers, yeah, from colleges or universities who are interested in learning more about teaching methods or, yeah, like some techniques or methodologies in teaching. We normally invite guest speakers or experts that can deliver the workshops or seminars, so then they can gain more experience that are applicable in their teaching. They can apply in their teaching. Yeah.
Let's talk about Toastmaster.
Yeah.
May I, what's that? May I conclude that Sumba Cendekia is also the same like Toastmaster Club?
Toastmasters, it's totally a different organization.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So,
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
Toastmasters, well, the club that I belong to, it's called Trainers and Coaches Advanced
Okay.
Club, Toastmasters Club. It's an online club whose members are not only Indonesian, but also Australian and also people
All
from
right.
Brunei, Malaysia, and India. And this club belongs to Toastmasters International. So it's a non-profit organization that teaches communication and leadership
Yeah.
skills. It's quite vibrant city, and it's like a melting pot as well, because
Mm,
lots of people from many different countries live and study. Yeah, mostly they started by being students at one of the universities there, like the
mhm,
University of Bristol or the University of the West of England.
mhm,
And then they just fall in love with the city, and then they ended up living there. Yeah. And
mhm.
what is really different is, I think, the weather. Yeah, because in
Okay.
Indonesia, yeah, the weather is
Mhm,
always like, yeah, it's tropical weather. You've got the
mhm,
rain. It's never get really cold, yeah, or snowy here. But there, especially last December, January, and February, that's really cold, and it was snowy as well. Yeah, so that's what is really different. And another thing, which is very simple but it's different, the way they say hello when they meet people.
Okay.
So they don't
Okay,
say
what's
good
that?
morning, or yeah, they usually say, yeah, hi, are you all right? Are you all
Okay,
right?
are you
Yeah,
alright?
they don't say how are
Okay.
you, but they say, are you all right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's how they say how are you.
What was the most difficult thing to adapt when you came at the first time to Bristol?
What was very difficult at the beginning was finding accommodation. Yeah, so it's not
Ah,
like in Indonesia where you can just go and then find a kos-kosan easily. There,
I see.
that was very difficult.
Oh,
You have to send emails. You have to
I
make
see.
phone calls. You have to make appointments, and you have to do viewing. So you cannot say, "Oh, just by calling and then I say I want that apartment, I want that room." Yeah, you cannot. You have to do the viewing. You have to meet the owner, and yeah, so that was pretty challenging.
So, guys, if you want to live abroad, for example, here is Mr. Andre, based on his experience, was living in Bristol, England. There are some things that you have to adapt, for example, the weather, and then the food, and also the accommodation.
Yeah,
Mr. An, I think we have come to
yeah,
the end of the conversation for
yeah,
today. We have come to the end of the chit chat for today. Thank you very much for sharing. And one thing for sure, guys, if you really want to improve your English, don't be hesitated to join Sumba Cendikia. Don't forget, nice to meet you
yeah.
and have a great day. Goodbye,
Okay.
everyone.